Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Testing 1, 2, 3. We're gonna go with Clear's campaign. We're gonna go with Clear's campaign.
Look, man, I'm serious, okay? I slept through my own eyes. Oh, I believe you, bud. I believe you. Tell us a story. Tell us a story. Okay, well, it was last Friday night. I was walking home from the bar, and this woman started coming towards me. She was staggering, you know, so I figured she was drunk. Whoa. Okay, tell us, be honest now. How many drinks did you have? No, man, I barely had a buzz on. Oh, come on. Look, just listen, all right? She got closer, and I got a good look at her. You gotta see her eyes, her nose.
No, I haven't had the chance to play Resident Evil 7, but the little changes in between the engines and... No, just the engine. It's nice and smooth and buttery.
Just getting good.
I'm recovering from a wee cold, so you'll have to forgive me. And look at that sandwich. It's the way that they were able to get that nice texture from the sauce, and it looks like a really nice sandwich on top of that. Ugh. I would consider eating that sandwich. Well, not that the guy's eating it, but, you know. So are you up to date with the story at this point from Resident Evil? I thought we were... I thought I picked Claire's campaign. Oh well. Here's our golden boy, Leon. Here's our golden boy, Leon.
Anybody there?
Okay. Let's see if I can try to summarize about 4 games in a sentence or so.
Something's not right.
Let's see if I can try to summarize about 4 games in a sentence or so. Man, look at this. Just I can look at this. It's even the gas prices. I remember being a little kid and seeing gas being less than $1, and then my mom being infuriated because gas prices were going up. Look at where we are right now.
I'll be back for you.
Sorry about that. Let's see if I can reduce some of this. What is it? That sound? Okay. So at this point, there was a mansion in a, not too far from here, from Raccoon City, and that's where the ground zero occurred, so to say. That was a research facility, and a lot of bad things happened. Yeah, they're at this testing facility. That was when Umbrella was doing some things. We shall say that they were not very pleasant things. They were experimenting, and a lot of the experimenting was unethical, shall we say. And because some very smart people decided to leak things, shall we say. Actually, I would dare say that the leak was more of a...
You alright?
Yeah, I think so. Thanks.
You can thank me later, when we're safe.
Holy shit.
The leak was more of a byproduct of different kinds of transmission, which you will find out as to how. It spread through the city, and there's more stuff that explains how things trickled down from the mansion. Well, not necessarily the mansion, but all throughout the city. That would be a wee bit kind of spoiler, but I will leave you to figure out some of those things.
Wait, you're a cop?
Yeah, Leon Kennedy. You are?
Yeah, man.
You're Redfield.
Those gas prices at $1. Ugh, if only we could go back to those prices, but we don't get to have those nice things.
Find each other. I don't know what to expect anymore.
I think at this point they were trying to go for that Last of Us vibe with this intro. Not my favorite. I much prefer Outbreak, because with with Outbreak File 1 and File 2, you really do get to see that sense of scale and how the virus basically it tore through everything like paper in a volcano. You don't even get that nice Resident Evil with that with this intro, 'cause it's like a little, you know, it's like a little custom thing you get to hear whenever you boot up a game.
God, this is so rare.
Police station's not that far. They'll know something.
Yeah, but what if we're the only ones? What if there's no survivors?
They're survivors. It's a big city. There has to be.
I know, it's whoever had the team that overhauled it. They did it. They I really do think that they should get some kind of award for it. And if they make it open source, oh my gosh. Or at least, you know, they make it available for purchase or something like that. Oh my goodness. And our good old buddy from earlier. The sad thing is, unfortunately, you do not see that guy again, not even as a zombie. At least, I don't think you do. Haven't paid attention to the zombies, to know. There is a section in Claire's campaign where you do get to go outside and wander about for a bit, but I didn't care to linger around because I was pressed for time on that, and you will see as to why. I was pressed for time shortly. Oh, look at this pretty boy. He didn't, you know, no shrapnel, no scarring as of yet. Well, you know, we're just gonna skip the mental scarring. Just make your way right through here. And, the cool thing is, at least I think, oh, ooh, goodness. I think you do come down to this section like in the early game of 3 in Nemesis. At some point you do meet a fellow by the name of Brad Vickers, aka Chicken Heart. Now, oh, whoops, ooh. Chicken Heart in the, I think it was either 0 or 1. He was the helicopter guy who was supposed to go with them, the STARS members, you know, with Jill, Barry, Wesker, yada yada yada. And, you know, he was basically their support. But Brad, in a fit of cowardice, fucking left. He just fucking up and left everybody. And when you play 3, you do see him. He basically gets deaded. See, cool thing about this game is once you see a check mark on an item, you don't have to use it anymore. I put it there just because I'm a hoarder, and this game in the early days basically teaches you to keep your stuff. Oh, I never had the chance to read the plaques here. In loving memory of those who served with the valor of lions, the nobility of unicorns, and whose ultimate sacrifices were as pure as the maidens of old. Interesting. Yeah, it just is for any horror game on top of that. Okay, so about Brad Vickers. Yes, Brad. Oh, by the way, you don't have to deal with the computer at the moment. Let's see if I can remember how to do this before. Thing about Brad is the overarching plot of 3 is giant monster chases members to kill them. Long story short, and Brad was one of them peoples, as you can see. So, when you are playing as Jill, you see Brad and he says, "Hey Jill, this place ain't safe, there's something going on, we're being hunted." And later on you see within, not even like 5 minutes later, Brad is deaded by he's bodied by Nemesis in what could arguably be a strange way to go about things. We'll come back to this later. I have things to get. No, Brad would... Fuck Brad. That's my... Well, you gotta have your, You gotta have your comic relief get out. Well, I wouldn't even call him a comic relief. He was just a plain coward with... You don't get to spend a lot of time with him, so... it's kind of hard to get much of a personality outside of him being a coward. But in some fairness, I will admit, in the situation that they're dealing with, they were not prepared. And I can understand if you see dogs rotting and they're after you, your fight or flight reaction will kick in quite quickly. I hate this section. It never... No, let me correct myself when I say that. It is... This particular neck of the wood is really good for setting that atmosphere. And I think this room was actually useful at some point. I cannot recall. I think it might play into the bigger scheme of things on the second run through. So just you have bad things happen. Well, it just it instills in you that sense of paranoia very quickly as you go through this corridor.
Jesus.
Open up! Hurry! Open up! Open this goddamn door!
I'll get you out!
Please!
Give me a minute. I got you. Give me your other hand.
Well, the thing about these particular kind of zombies, and we're not even taking into account some of the things that the natural human body can do on adrenaline, is that some of these zombies instinctively know to play dead, and they instinctively know to move away from your shots. It's kind of horrifying when you think about it. Yes, it is, and I'm just used from playing any horror game to making sure to shoot them. Because you never know. Oh fuck! It's this turn right here that always messes me up. So the first rule that I go with whenever I'm playing a horror game is to say hi to every dead body, because you never know. And these aren't completely, the zombies are not completely brain dead. In one of the older files, I believe it's from Zero, or the remake of 1.
There's another officer I could...
Oh, Marvin.
Yeah.
This motherfucker right here. Bamf.
Sure you did what you could, Leo.
He is the badass motherfucker of the century.
But honestly, all you need to know is that this place will eat you alive if you want to kill you.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to start last week, and I got a call to stay away. I wish I'd come here sooner.
You're here now, Leo. That's all that matters.
Feel Lieutenant? I'm ready.
Hopefully you'll be able to find a way out of this station. That officer we met earlier, L.A. He thought this secret passageway might do the trick.
This is good news. We can get you to the hospital.
No, I am not the priority here.
Lieutenant, I'm not just gonna leave you here.
I'm giving you an order, rookie. You save yourself first. I'd come with you, but I just slow you down. Now, you'll need this.
I can't take him.
Stop. And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things, uniform or not, you do not hesitate. You take it out, or you run. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So this be Marvin Branagh. If you play or get the chance to see any cutscenes from Outbreak, File 1, that's why he's injured, more or less. The zombies in this game, if I recall from either Zero or the Zero remake or something like that, their higher brain functions gone. There's no chance in getting them back. But they still retain a lot of their lower brain functions. So they have a certain awareness to them. And some modicum of intelligence. And I am inclined to say that playing dead is one way that they show that. I mean, it's not like, you know, a mode of communication. It's more like, I am trying to get a better way to consume my prey. So there you go. Let's see, where do we go from here? Oh yes, let's go up. Yeah, zombies here just, they weren't as terrifying in the earlier games because, you know, I would say that's more of a limit to a limit of technology, but the zombies here are fucking terrifying. It just be like that. Let's see if I remember. Nope, okay. Yeah, look at these old saves. This old computer. Oh yeah. There you go, a wee bit of history about this town. Started off as a pharma town, I suppose, and the police station was made or restructured from an art museum. And it's been like that since the original version. But here you can legit see it's quite lovely. Just yeah, it's these are, well, for the most part, they're all viruses that are doing this fucking nonsense. Let's see here. Oh, funny thing about the knife, didn't used to have a limit. Oh heck, where was I supposed to go? Oh, no. Forgot about that. Knife. Used to be infinite. Not so much in this game. However, there are little shooting collectible things, and if you shoot all of them, you get your infinite knife back. And the next playthrough or some such like that, I don't remember. I have yet to shoot all the darn things. I want that infinite knife. The infinity knife is a friend. Now these things right here, these boards, they are also your friend. We don't need anything over here. That's just, you know. Ugh. Yeah. Oh, look at this right here. This is just... Now, from what I understand, they actually used a separate engine for rendering meat to get that nice, gross, spongy thing. Texture. Board these up. You will need to. You don't, later on, you don't want to deal with no nonsense. Yeah. So, the summary of this is, they basically had to convert this place into a shelter because the zombies were that numerous. And even within the building, you know, people were dying. I guess you can I kind of already tell that. Now, I currently do not know if zombies can actually get you while you're up here. If they can get you while you're up here, then that just makes sense, but if they can't, then that would be sort of an old homage to the old games. Oh, nice. Let's see here. Okay, that's right, nothing's over here at the moment, but there will be. Right. Can't do anything in here yet, but this is a nice place.
Son of a bitch.
Oh. Now, I am aware of the fact that it's a wee bit rude, but trust me, for this game, you gotta... Oh, shit! That never happened. That never happened in my last playthrough. It'd be like that. Indeed it is like that. Fanny pack. This, it is the 80s, fanny pack certain style. No, in this room is a tragedy to see. And no, Yeah, it is. He was supposed to stay away, but, you know, it'd be like that. Let's see if I remember. Oh, that's right. I think it's one of those raccoon thingies would be up here, and it looks like it carries whatever you shoot, it carries over from their previous games, which is good. Now this section right here, this section will fuck you up if you were playing Resident Evil 3. Oh, if you'll excuse me, good sir. You don't necessarily need to use anything here, but I think one of them is like, well, one roll of film that you get will, it'll take you somewhere with some good stuff, I think. Yeah, it's like that. This is just a little memo of the herbs. It tells you your combinations and whatnot. But I don't need to linger here for too long. So I'm just going to put this gunpowder away. Oh, wait. Normally I leave a gunpowder out for making other things with, and that's something that they carried over from the third game too. Nice. Hello, good sir. Alright, so when they ragdoll, you know they're dead. Where was my train of thought? Okay, that corridor right there that I was mentioning. If you that was one of the places where Nemesis would pop up, and at that time I believe he would have his grenade launcher, depending on certain things, like your difficulty and your item loadout, because even back then, even in the original PlayStation version, with different playthroughs you could get different items would have different spawning areas. And Nemesis would be right down there, and he would follow you sometimes all throughout the police station. Oh, shit.
What the hell?
I thought he was dead.
What the?
Yeah, normally when they ragdoll, you can count on them being dead, because they just have a, fucking hate this section, they just have a certain bob that they go with. that will tell you. I'm gonna dump some stuff back down. Yeah, zombies can do that too in this game. The thing about zombies in this game, yep, is if the boards have a certain amount of give to them, and if you there we go. Oh, we got that ragdoll. If you're around for a certain area for too long, they have the habit of shall we say, breaking those boards. And when you see what we're gonna be dealing with next, you're gonna want those boards and those sections boarded up. Trust me. That's why I say boards will be your friend. Oh, forgot about that. Now this motherfucker right here. This motherfucker in the notes. We're gonna see him eventually. And look at that, another fanny pack. Alright, go take care of your thing.
Leon, it's Marvin. I need you back here ASAP.
Are you okay, Marvin?
I've got something to show you. It's important.
Copy that. I'll be right there.
There you are. Come here. Take a look.
Yes. I knew she'd make it.
You know her?
Yeah. Name's Claire. I came into town with her.
You can get to that courtyard. Through the second floor. East side.
I'm on it. Thanks, Lieutenant.
Huh? No need to apologize. Only thing you just missed was that, Leon was being directed by Marvin to go to a certain section of the police station to go see Claire. Now, this room gives me anxiety. For reasons that will become quite clear. Yeah, you will see why. Just a note about a red gem. We'll just have this guy get a little bit of help with the book and give him a hand. No, not Bacon Magazine, but a Bacon Magazine would be nice. That's just talking about this redstone right here, which is supposed to be cursed by anyone who has it in their possession, because it's gonna take over and give him a pair of the greedy everything. Oops. You're gonna see why I hate this part, this small section right here. It's 10 out of 10 raises hairs again. The funny thing about Resident Evil is that it seems like...
Claire! Hold on! I'll be right there!
Okay.
Claire! It's so nice to see you.
How you doing? The helicopter just came out of nowhere. I'm guessing you don't have a key in one of those fancy pockets?
Unfortunately, no. How are you doing?
You know, just surviving.
It's good. Any luck with your brother?
I do admit this is kind of cute how they're just trying to
Don't lose hope.
be as calm and collected about this, despite the ever-growing threat. It's really cute, if you ask me.
Damn it. You know what that means?
Yeah. Dinner time.
Claire, I think you should go.
Don't worry about me, Leon. You take care of yourself.
Claire, you need to go. Now!
Okay. Let's get through this. Both of us.
So we will just,
I've got a situation here. I'm surrounded by zombies. Marvin,
take
you
this
got
here.
me. Marvin! Damn it.
It's like every time that there's a helicopter and a pilot dies, I've never... Oh shit! I cannot recall... Oh! Fuck! I cannot recall for the life of me a pilot that survives in a Resident Evil game. And I may be wrong. Okay. It's like every time, I guess you could, it's like a staple. Okay. I don't even think there's one that, oh, balls! I managed to do something that not... Pardon me, sir, if you will just give me one quick second. There we go, making that repair. Now the cool thing is you can shoot your zombies through the boards. For the most part, anyway. Most of the time. No. We will have to dump some things here, so. Because there are things that we need to get. I believe that. If something is within eyeshot, Leon and Claire just mark it, on the map. As they go along. I can't remember. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. Got that nice board there. Yeah. We'll board that up right here. Now, I do believe there are zombies to clear out at this section, too. Now, these guys, I believe it was in the original game that, the bigger they were, the more damage they gave. But there were these kind of naked zombies. And they also gave you double damage. Needed boards, but oh yes. Just because this is the quote-unquote. Oh, what is this room? I've never noticed this room before. Huh. You do not want to get caught in this room after a certain part of the game, trust me. Boards, yeah. They are in short supply, but helpful nonetheless. I got turned around. Yeah. It was better to take care of the zombies up there at that point because, you know, let's go back. I gotta go. This section always, as long as I've been here, it always messes me up a little bit. Not because it's samey, but it's just one of those sections, you know. I'm trying to figure out. Oh, well. Oh, wait a minute, that's right, I can't just. They expand your inventory. Because you only have a set amount of space from the start. Guess I'm gonna have to get rid of something, damn it. You know what, I'm going to get more of these, so. the fanny packs are colored in neon pink and purple, or something like that, and he has these Miami Vice classes or something like that. Just the caption of radical. Oh yeah, you can't forget the sequins and the, like, there's a little one of those lizard keychain things hanging off one of them. Let's see, what else can I get rid of? I'm gonna store this here. Radical City. No. That's just gonna give me Sonic R vibes. Got the bearded lizard jeans. Because there's a and only I would know this, being the degenerate that I am, but there's a stage in the old Sonic game. It's called Radical City. So, there aren't any zombies though. There used to be some kind of, creepypasta rumors about something like the Tails doll. You had to race the Tails doll there or something like that. No, I think that's actually something like that. Okay. No, I'm just gonna let you know right now. After a certain amount of time, you don't want to be stuck in here, and we will find that out. Okay, now these are supposed to go clockwise. These are cute. I like these little puzzles. They make me mad because I know what happened as to how it got to that point, but they're cute nonetheless. Alright. So we got 102. 106. 109. Yeah. Nope. Did not mean that. This is what I call the goodies room. Because you get good stuff here. But part of it's locked by, you know, story progress. Let me rephrase that, because you don't necessarily need... It is not essential for you to come here in the story. That's just a nice spot. That's where you get your better weapons. 208. Well, I mean, you could.
Stay alive.
Goonies could be goodies. This is Resident Evil. It just gonna get worse. It just be like that, fam. Key. And let's save here. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Now this right here. This is gonna become a little bit important in Claire's campaign, these missing children. To a certain extent, you will know as to what happens. And it's not very pleasant. Forgot about this. Has anyone told you how have you kind of guessed how the map works? The cool thing about the map is, now, generally speaking, green areas are clear. It means that you don't need to examine anything. It's not that important. Basically, you're good to go. But if it's red, it means that it is of some importance at some point between Leon and Claire's campaign. There's something to examine, or there are enemies in that room. Typically some kind of combination. And it's really smart. I like it myself. It's good stuff. But I think it was sort of like that from the beginning. So just gonna march up back here. Did not mean to do that. And I only just... Oh, you know what? Let's get this out the way. Trust me, you're gonna wanna get that out of the way as soon as possible. Never took a good look at that picture right there, so... You know, there's that. I'm just trying to recall... Yeah. This is normally the part of the game where I... Yeah. Take time to enjoy the sights. This section always just kind of bothered me because of the silhouette and you can't knock the thing down. It's just... It's creepy. It is wonderfully creepy in a small way. I like it. I like that touch. Oh, whoops, wrong way. This is the section of the Leon's campaign where I always forget where to go. Gotta get out the boomstick. And now I'm kind of mad because I got rid of my flash grenade. Yep. Yes, it is. It be that thing. It be that thing. And here's the stars room. Oh, see, this game is supposed to be set in 1998, but look at this. We have here a USB. Well, you know what? Thanks, Enter. I guess I can't be too mad at it because it was around this time when that stuff started to... USBs didn't really start to trickle until, like, what, 2000? But maybe among, like, police forces and whatnot, that was when it was becoming more of a thing. Yeah, I kind of figured around that time. Here we have... Oh, what's this? Night? Huh. You got all the little nifty, cool desks here. Like, you can definitely tell this is Chris's desk. And this is Rebecca. Oh, you probably haven't seen anything for that, but STARS was basically STARS was the task force that went out to the mansion and got their butts handed to them. But that was because, you know, Wesker, being the asshole that he was, working with Umbrella and being a double agent, he basically led STARS to most of STARS to their deaths. And he was working with Spoiler Coon at the time, to put it bluntly. Oh, it's gone. Oh, balls. Actually, believe it or not, the knife is the best. Let me position myself. I guess that was fixed in a patch, but if you enter a certain room, they just pop. Lickers be like that, fam. Yes, that's they're called, those are lickers, man. Now here is the interesting thing about lickers, and I guess it might depend on whichever game, where it could encompass both. Well, you know, that, but look at this. Look at this. let's take a moment of immaturity and give a round of applause to the developers who thought it was a really good idea to equip these liquors with a fully rendered bumhole. They have a fully rendered asshole, a fully rendered asshole, but yeah, it'd be like that. Depending on which version, I think it could be in both cases. Liquors were salamanders. Yes, the real MVPs are the developers who had to do that. They were like, yeah, we'll give them an asshole, glistening to the nth degree. I seem to recall that some of the liquors, at least the earlier versions, were they were developed from salamanders. Yeah. Developers gonna think, oh, I've done worse things. They were... Where do I go now? Oh yeah, now I remember. But I think at some point in Outbreak, an Outbreak is supposed to be taking timeline-wise, it would be taking place right now. Or at least at some point later on in the timeline, the liquors would become... They were... Oh, fuck! They were made with more human DNA. And, if you went to a certain scenario in, Outbreak, there are these liquors, and they're crowding around a woman with her, she's dead, she's gone, and her belly is gone, basically. Yeah, her belly be gone. Oh, fuck, balls! Balls! Oh, balls! Oh, I did not mean to. That was pretty stupid of me. It's implied that they can, at some point in their development, they were capable of sexual reproduction. Yes, yes. It is just as horrible as you can think it, as you can imply. Yeah. No, the cool thing is there's this woman. She was supposed to be. She was an unused asset. I think. She even had a name at some point as well in development. And, she was implied to be the liquor's mother, but that just kind of goes to show you Umbrella be doing some weird shit. I can't... You're gonna want to clear out this corridor if and when you get the chance. And board it up. Because I think you have to come back here at some point. And you're gonna find out why we don't want to go back there unless we absolutely have to. Let's see. Oh, I forgot I could board that place up. Yeah, liquors are gross. They're cute, but they're so gross. I love them. I guess they don't... Now, normally, zombies, if you don't leave a board... If you don't board up a section, zombies tend to come in. So I'm wondering what's going on with that. I guess they're just deciding, oh, it's Halloween house time. They look... I would put... If I ever wanted to make a campaign for something like a tabletop game, they're good to use, because nobody wants to mess with them. I assume they're called at some point finding a like D&D sheet with like it was like D&D homebrew, and they were using a liquor, you know, as an enemy, and I was like, it's the cool stuff, bro. It was cool stuff. Yeah, you don't want to fuck with that. Nobody wants to fuck with that. Regular zombies in this game are terrifying enough as it is. And liquors... I don't know if this causes an instant game over if you happen to get caught in the blast, but... You know. No, I don't think that's the case unless you're playing hardcore mode. You can save infinitely and it doesn't affect your ending rating. Which is very helpful. Oh, whoops. I think even in hardcore mode, if you,
So it goes underground.
they give you ink ribbons, just like in the old days.
That's our way out.
Lieutenant Branagh! Marvin!
It's time to go. We need to get you to a hospital right now.
No, save yourself.
Come on, I've got you.
Go!
Look, we can still make it out of here together. Just give me...
It's too late. I tried, Leon. But I couldn't stop it. We can't let this thing spread. It's on you now. Just go.
I understand. I won't let you down, Marvin.
And for the record, no matter what happens, Marvin will always die. You can't save him. He dead, Jim. Yeah. So, about our boy Marvin. In Resident Evil Outbreak, with a scenario that unfolds, I think, it first starts off at the local pub, and then the last section of that scenario is the police station. Long story short, Marvin helps a lot of people attempt to get out of the city, and this is basically like that was his last stand, and it resulted in, you know, what happened, what you see now, with a zombie taking a chunk out of poor Marvin like Scruff McGruff takes a bite out of crime. Like, he was a good man. Yep, I think we're good for the time being. Let's save. And we're gonna move on to one of my all-time favorite villains in the franchise. Look at this, all that detail. Sometimes moving can be a little bit tricky. I mean, they really did try to do their best with the tank controls. So it does feel like tank controls, but there's a kind of weight to it that can feel a little bit odd. No. I like Mr. X, but he doesn't hold up a candle. You know what? It's not Mr. X. You'll see. It's William, my boy. And when my brother was watching this for this first time, he was wonderfully grossed out because of all that detail. Like you can see fat, you can see rippling muscle and slime and just. Yes, and he gets worse, progressively so. But I dare say that. Oh, ow. These encounters compared to last. Ouch. Book. Let's see if I can. These encounters feel a little bit short compared to the original. Yes, it is. Yes, it is an eye on his shoulder. Are you thinking about adding him to the Monster Boyfriend catalog?
Somebody's watching.
Those feelings will be they'll be cleared out soon. He is William is quite the character. Trust me. Now, as far as I know, these items will be around on some. Thank you, game. The game will. Oh, there's my other knife. Oh, never mind. Oh, I did not notice that. That's a mark from the thing that you get. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to my old knife though. As you, I think with the item arrangement, the game will give you some items even on hardcore mode to deal with them, just in case you run out, because at this point you're running on blanks. Yeah, William is indeed quite the he's quite the card. An absolute garbage tier human being, by no exaggeration. But I love him anyway. Do not care. He is one of the reoccurring friends, shall we say. Another fan of Peck. Yeah, all the trash babies, yes indeed. Now let's see here. I'm gonna leave this here because I know that I will need it later. Save, and then we will get on with our journey. I mean, there's the trash, and then there's literal trash, and William is literal trash. Figuratively and literally speaking, at this point. Forgot about this.
Damn. Need a key card. You gotta be kidding me. Who was that?
Stay sharp. Lower it. FBI.
Sorry.
I know.
Thank you. For your help.
Surprised you made it this far.
FBI, huh? What's going on here?
Sorry, that information's classified.
Where you going?
Do yourself a favor. Stop asking questions and get the hell out of here.
Hey! I'm not done talking to you!
She up and pulls a Houdini. Now, I'm not sure if you can hear it, but one of the cool things on the PS4 is that when you hear when you get to do certain actions like picking up a map or unlocking a door, the sound actually comes through on the PS4. PS4 speaker. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, you hear it both in game and it's on the controller. So it's a little bit startling sometimes, but it's pretty cool. My boy.
Hey, I don't believe it. A real human. Hello, human. You been here long? Long enough.
Yeah, same here.
No, there's a few of us.
That's good news, I guess.
Yeah.
That's of course Irons sent you.
Irons? You mean Chief Irons? Is he still around?
Who cares? Hopefully he's somebody's dinner by now.
What do you mean by that?
It's the bastard that locked me in here.
I'm sure you had a good reason.
Who did? I was about to blow the whistle on his dirty ass. I'd have done the same thing to him, I guess. Hey, I'll make you a deal. Unlock this cell and I'll give you this. There's no other way out of that parking garage. Believe me.
Sorry, I can't do that. I have to talk to the Chief first.
Look, we're both prisoners in this station. So either we play nice and help each other out, or... Shit. It's coming.
What? What's coming?
Come on, don't be an asshole. Okay, you need this. Just get me the fuck out of here.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God. Who is that?
It's just me. So you can put that thing away.
I don't even know what happened. It just happened so quick.
I told you to get out of here. You wouldn't want to end up like Ben, would you?
You knew him?
He was an informant. Had information of use to my investigation.
So what he said was true? Hey, you can't keep walking away from me. I don't even know your name. I'm Leon Kennedy.
Find a way out, Leon. Before it's too late. Then we'll talk. Name's Ada.
Well, I guess the deal's on.
What in the world?
Now this is Ben. Was Ben. Ben Bertolucci. Or Lucy. In the original version of 2. That's just a note for a puzzle. Ben was much in the same... He sort of retains the same role as a whistleblower who was locked up here. And, let's see. Depending on Claire or Leon's campaign, he was, he had a couple ways to die depending on which campaign you were using, playing through. Alright, so, I I had some momentary ignorance here. Do not bother with the zombies in here. You'd be wasting precious ammo. I forgot that this time around. In fact, not much really to bother with in here. In this section. Ben was, in the original version, well, rather, Ada's cover-up story was that she was Ben's girlfriend. That was her connection to Ben at that time. He does have a love interest, who you do see in some DLC. It's free DLC. And, you will see, I think at some point we will see, no, not in this campaign, not in Leon's campaign. You see her in Claire's campaign with Sherry. His love interest was the mayor's daughter. And no matter where you go, no matter how you play, she dies. And it's also worth noting that, damn it, Ben dies no matter what you do. And the DLC is supposed to be kind of like a, yeah. It's supposed to be something of a, like a what-if scenario. Now, I can share a little bit of information on irons. Sorry, I always have to shake the box. You gotta make sure that the box is up to snuff. I can tell you a little bit about irons. But you see him, he's more prominent in Claire's campaign. Chief Brian Irons is... No. No. Brian Irons is the police chief. The fellow that Ben mentioned. No, up to a certain, like, up until you get to the dogs in the pen, and it's not spoiler for me to say this, this is, for the most part, a safe area. Nothing else happens here. But we're gonna go see the dog, so... But, it's also worth noting that nothing can come down, once you're on your way down to this section, back to the sewer, nothing will come after you. At least, that is what I understand. You know, you wouldn't have been remiss to think that. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's that muscle memory, right? These are nice. You use them to make your Roy G bivs. And I think the added bonus with this game over the original is that the blues actually help you with defense. I don't care what you do, take these fuckers out. You will thank yourself later. The fun thing here is that in Claire's campaign, there are lickers in there, no dogs. Of course. Now, there's really nothing too much you need in here, but be on your guard as always. When can you have the liquors? Right when you get into the room, there's gonna be one there. But by that time you have the grenade launcher. So, you can take them out with acid rounds. Or you will most likely have acid rounds at that point. So dealing with them will not be too terribly bad of a task. Now I cannot recall if flickers are also here as well with Leland's campaign in this section. I may be wrong. It's fine to me either way. I'm using the microphone through the PS4, so it's fine to me. Now, let's see here. What am I forgetting? Oh yeah. No, I don't believe you have to go back to that section anymore since... Nope, yes you do. I mean, there is... I think that's just the nature of the beast that I might have a slight delay. But that's about it. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it either way. It's not at all. No, it's you're fine. Okay, alright, so I guess for the most part this area is clear. We gotta get back. Huh. What do you know? Okay, that's right. I forgot that, taking care of the dogs in that pen also takes care of the... You don't have... There were... The dogs that were supposed to be out there, I guess they're not here right now. So let's stuff this. Let's see, what else do we have here? Doing a wee bit, so I'm gonna save. Oh, let me know if you need me to stop and explain something, and I will be more than glad to do so. Let's see. You know what I need the crank for? Cool beans. This is the part of the game where things just, for whatever reason, I have trouble remembering where to go sometimes, as it's, I guess it's a little bit nondescript. I know that I need to get some pieces for the, wait a minute. Oh, wait, never mind. I know I need to get some pieces for that electric door right there. Yep. Ah, there we go. I knew I was forgetting something. Fun stuff happens here. I love that little shaking. It's the little things. Fun stuff. Yep. Now these... you can actually get... well, I've never really cared too much for gamer score or whatever have you, but it is possible to shoot them in the air while they're leaping at you. It's very difficult to do, but you can... oh, fuck! You can do it. I did it by accident once. And honestly, the best way to handle them is just with a shotgun, anyway. Wait a minute. Okay. actually... Ugh. Yeah. They can be very difficult to get, even, like, if you can get them with... If you can manage to kill them in the air, I think with the handgun bullet, you do get a little kudo for that. It's pretty cute. I'm just gonna drop this part off right here. Oh, can't go in there yet. No, I can't mess with this for the most part anymore. And I'm not gonna be going back there. I won't bother with this. So I'm good for the time being. I can't go through that red door. That's completely clear something to do. And just like that, we are back in the police station. Well, this is already connected to the police station, but that is aside the point. Now this room, kind of hate this safe room. I mean, it's safe, but it's not really safe for reasons that will be quite relevant shortly. But this is actually pretty cool. It's like an old-timey kind of thing. Now, I wouldn't have known this until someone pointed it out. There's a little raccoon here, and the raccoons actually make a little sound for you to pick them up. You won't need those magnum runs until a little bit later. Yeah. They're kind of short for bunk beds too, though, but I mean, that's just how it is. I'm gonna save here. I mean, they even got that cute 19. They look like they have. Oh, wait a minute, this refrigerator. Yeah, it's got like a 1950s feel to it. I remember me and my brother used to have one. I agree with you, never again. I don't think I have any more boards. Yeah, he's dead, Jim. Oh shit.
What the?
You know, let me... The cool thing about this game is that you can actually change your field of view. Oh, well, I already have it changed. Never mind. So that's always nice. Oh shit. Fire escape? I thought I had... Oh. Let me see if I have some more ammo. No. That's... You weren't wrong, but you weren't right for mentioning that. Now that I think about it, that would be... That's just bad news bears. We're just gonna speed on through here. Like, that would just suck.
I'll stop this, Lieutenant. I promise.
Rest in peace, man. Especially if you're commando. No, whatever things you have to do in this area, do it before you go back to the art room up there. Because it's gonna get much harder once you
What the hell?
Now the one thing about the lookers that's nice, they cannot get through can't get through doors. I didn't have to come through here. That was stupid. And a waste of bullets. Yeah, yeah, I did. Oh, wrong door. I just have to go back up to the 3rd floor to get something, and we will go to the art room. Well, closer to it. And I'm gonna hate every moment of it. Once you get to that part, game becomes speedrun. Linen room. Let's see if I can actually remember where I'm going. See, I used to play this game religiously. Oh! I used to play this game religiously when I was playing 3. But it's completely different when you are, when you're playing, when everything is, you know, not 2.5D rendered, if you catch my drift. I'm in the wrong area. This sucks. I'm clearing everything out now. The funny thing is, someone was actually being rather, pun intended, cheeky, and they were saying, oh yeah, if you aim for the asshole you do bonus damage, and that was tested and not approved, shall we say. Okay, there's a room that I'm missing. Oh boy. Oh! Now I sort of remember. I was heading in the somewhat right direction. So I'm heading to the linen room to get the other, key for the armory. Because in the, in there, I think I get something else. It's not the Magnum. Where's the Magnum? I can't quite remember. And that will give me a little bit more ammo to work with. Yeah, it was in the upper room. Lower room. I keep mixing the floors up sometimes. Now, zombies may respawn, but the enemies like the lickers do not, I believe. I may be wrong on that. So it's better that you just handle this now while you're in here. And not... Now I feel like a dumbass. It's better that you handle it now than when you're dealing with Mr. X. That would be nice. It would make a little bit of tactical sense for that to happen, but wrong room. Let's see. In fact, you really... Anywhere but the main area is where you really don't want to get yourself caught. Wait. Oh, dang it. Now you could do this with any solution that you want. It just has to be counterclockwise. Now, in theory, I suppose, you could just take... You could have... I guess you really could have just... You know, taken one key and put it in the other section, but no. Game doesn't want you to do that. Yeah. There will be no reason for you to come back to this section. In this campaign, once you do that. Once you get everything. I am just going to keep the gunpowder with me